Hello everyone, this is Dr. Casen and Dr. Bob DeMaria, and we are talking to you today, tonight, whenever you are watching us, about something that's very, very common.
And very important.
Yes, so my question to you is, do you have these body signals? So do you have thinning hair, cold hands, cold feet, constipation? Maybe you're having difficulty with losing weight. These are very, very common body signals, Dr. Bob.
Very common.
And a lot of times these could be due to having an imbalance of the thyroid gland. So we are going to be talking to you all about the thyroid and things you may know or may not know. And I know a lot of times people come in and they think they know, but they really don't know. And maybe you've been mismanaged, like I know a lot of people have.
A lot of people.
So let me ask you, Dr. Bob, what is the thyroid and why is it such a hot topic? And I know we have our friend here so we can demonstrate where your thyroid gland is.
So your thyroid gland is here in your neck. This you can see. Here's your larynx, your voice box. The thyroid's right below it. And sometimes people come in, Dr. Casen, and they'll have a large thyroid and their physician or their provider may have touched it and said, hey, you have some issues going on. They wanted to automatically do a biopsy on them. So we like to slow the process down. We're not telling people to have procedures, but you really want to make sure that you're really getting all the tests you can non-invasively before they put a needle in your thyroid gland.
And I had a woman yesterday, also when we were talking about body signals, she was having some tenderness in her throat, but what's really interesting is, and other body signals are, she has tender breasts, a heavy menses, and she's had PCOS, and she's had these ovaries, the cysts removed, and it's all connected, Dr. Bob.
Oh man, it is so amazing because we do breast thermography. You know, I wrote that these two books are so important. In these books, Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones and Dr. Bob's Men's Health, the Basics, we have chapters on the thyroid in those books. So regardless of what gender you are, you really want to read this. Now, Dr. Casen just made a really important point. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. And what we have found in our practice, because Dr. Casen does breast thermography in Ohio and Debbie does breast thermography in Naples, Florida, is you need iodine, what we have learned, for your ovaries. Well, your breasts need iodine and your thyroid needs iodine. So we encourage our female patients to put clear liquid iodine that you can get here in our office or on our website on their breast every day. And I'm just going to throw this out. This was not pre-rehearsed. Larger breasted women need more iodine than smaller or medium breasted women. This is not about augmentation. This is like real breast tissue.
Yes, and I wanna repeat what Dr. Bob said. Clear liquid iodine,
not the brown stuff,
that we utilize, and it's on your breast tissue,
whole breast,
the whole breast, and we'll share with you. You just do a couple drops and you rub it in. But this is a true story, and if you are watching right now, I apologize. I won't use your name, but I had someone come up at an event and she said, Dr. Bob told me to put the liquid iodine on my wrists, and she showed me her wrists, and she had brown all over her arm. So we're talking about breast health, hormonal health, and the clear is really important because it does absorb right into the breast tissue. But Dr. Bob, what's the difference between hyper and hypothyroid, and also why is the thyroid such a big part? Why do we think it's a hot topic? Especially, I know as we move forward in the years, we see this is so common with everyone.
You know, it's amazing. We could talk about this for hours. The real issue that's going on around the world is chlorine, bromine, and fluorine. Because people take either a shower bath every day, every couple days, you're breathing in chlorine. When you breathe in chlorine, that antagonizes, Dr. Casen, iodine. I just said something very important. Your thyroid needs iodine. So we have that. That's number one issue. Because see, most of you right now don't even think about iodine, and I believe the modern day scurvy is lack of iodine, scurvy being lack of vitamin C, and hundreds of thousands of people died from lack of vitamin C. We know if you don't have enough iodine, your thyroid's not going to function optimally. Hyperthyroid is when your thyroid gland is going 100 miles an hour. Those individuals tend to be thinner and they're really moving quite fast. And over time, they can really burn out and they can really have a lot of major, major health problems. On the other hand, what we see more commonly is hypothyroid, low thyroid. The body signals that Dr. Casen mentioned: cold hands, cold feet, wide spaced teeth, thinning hair, waking up with a morning headache is a body signal of a low thyroid. Now, this is also significant. You really want to have some proper blood tests. The medical community usually only does a TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, that comes from your pituitary gland. But in our practice, we like to do a T3. We'll do a total T3 sometimes, for sure a T4, and then finally something called a TPO. We'll do a TPO. That tells us if you have an autoimmune problem in your thyroid gland. Now, I wrote a book on mental health. It's Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Mental Health. And I'm bringing this up because there's a gland in your body called the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland makes adrenaline. Well, tyrosine, which is a protein, is used to make adrenaline. So tyrosine, this is so important, and iodine make thyroid hormone. Tyrosine's a natural antidepressant, Dr. Casen. So people who are depressed probably have a low thyroid. You could have high cholesterol as a body signal. You might not be pooping every day because of a low thyroid.
I know, that's a lot, Dr. Bob.
I know.
So I know some people are going to comment and they're going to send us questions. And they're going to say, but Dr. Bob, I thought that iodine was dangerous, or I'm on a thyroid medication and my primary told me not to do iodine, or they told me also to avoid green vegetables because of my thyroid. And I know we hear this a lot. So what do you think, Dr. Bob, for these people out there? Maybe they are under the impression that iodine is not good.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you really want to get very scientific about it, there is a test called the urine iodine loading test. And I've been doing these for 30 or 40 years. I've only ever had one person have normal iodine. So all of you, if you're taking a shower or bath right now, which I pray that you are, you probably have an iodine deficiency. A third of the world, Dr. Casen, has subpar thyroid function. And this is kind of funny because I have so many people telling me about the green vegetables, et cetera, et cetera. Do you know only 5% of you even eat your servings of vegetables every day? And a third of the world doesn't have enough vegetables, so who's fooling who? The big challenge, though, could be with that positive TPO, but we're not here to go into all the drill down details. You might want to read the book or contact us.
Yeah, so if you are listening to us, and whether it's you, your neighbor, your brother, your sister, anyone you know, you could be watching us all over the world. The best thing to do is, if you're thinking that there could be something going on, is contact us. If you're global, I know you can go to our druglessdoctor.com website. If you're local here in Westlake, you can go to druglessdoctors.com and schedule an appointment time to come in to see what else is going on. I know Dr. Bob in your Naples practice, they can also contact you as well. We are here to see if we can help you. So let's bring it back, Dr. Bob. Any final tips with thyroid function and everything that we went over today?
You would be doing yourself a favor by just investing in a thyroid panel, TSH, T3, and T4, and it will make all the difference in the world. So, thanks for joining us. This is Dr. Bob and Dr. Casen DeMaria.